What is up, guys, and welcome to what is the first video for my new channel. Just like to say, for the majority of you, you'll have absolutely no idea who I am, and for those of you, welcome. But a few of you may recognise me from a few videos I've done with the guys from 100% Chelsea. I just like to say a massive shout out to them, to Louis, Lewis, all those guys. Without them, I would not have the platform or the confidence to do this right now. Cheers, Louis. But yeah, they've allowed me to start doing these videos basically. And my video today that I'm doing, the first video, is a preview of the game tomorrow, the Chelsea United game. And yeah, just let's get into it. So first of all, sort of where the two teams are at. Chelsea, I mean, what could be said? We're playing unbelievable football. We're top of the table, joint top of the table in second, just behind City on goal difference. Sarri's got us playing some unbelievable football, as I said. We've got so much confidence. The whole team, pretty much, bar the obvious players, Morata, look like they're playing with confidence. They look like they're playing well. They're gelling. They understand the system. Whereas United, it couldn't be more the opposite. Mourinho, it's happening again. Third season syndrome. It's getting I can't explain it. I just can't explain it. I can't understand what goes on. It's just everywhere. I can't understand it, and I can't understand where his mindset goes at this point. I understood it at Real Madrid because he was just having a horrible time, and fair play to him for sticking out as long as he did. But the players just don't look confident. I know they won against Newcastle, but in the first half it was a shambles, and this is Newcastle. This is a team that a championship level basically, and they honestly that. United made them look like they were title contenders, and it was just embarrassing. But yeah, so I feel confident about the game. Apart from a small niggling feeling I have in the back of my mind, just with it being Mourinho, it being his first game back, or not first game back, it being his old club. Whoops. It being his old club, the way they are, a part of me feels like they could nick it, but I'm still confident. I feel like we'll win. In terms of the sort of the team news and everything, I'm quite glad I did it today. I was planning on doing it yesterday, but doing this today means that we've had our press conference, had the press conferences, and Sarri spoke a little bit about the team. He spoke sort of who can play, the injuries and whatnot, and it's looking like both Kovacic and Rudiger are going to be fit and ready and healthy, which is good. It means we should have our normal team. We should be able to play the way we normally do, play with the players. So I fully expect us to just go as we are, just standard with Kepa, Dave and Alonso, Rudiger and Luiz, and then Jorginho, Kante and Kovacic, and then Hazard, probably Pedro, because Willian has played so much recently. He needs to rest. He really needs to give him a rest. And I fully expect Morata to start. For me, I think he should start personally. I know others, Louis, will say otherwise, but I think he should start. I think he needs confidence. He needs to be playing as much football to get the goals, to get the confidence back in him. And I think there's no point in Sarri dropping out after he scored in his past two games, and it going back on that, bringing it. It's a similar thing to what Kovac is doing at Bayern Munich. I know it's a bit of a odd comparison, but from what can be seen, he's doing that. When players are playing well, he'll take them out of the team, and I don't think that's helping. I think Sarri, for Morata's own benefit, needs to play him. In terms of the United team, just in terms of where I think Chelsea need to look to exploit, look out for players, I think we need to exploit the two centre-backs. For me, I know Smalling's probably in the best form of his career, like for the past couple of years or so at the minute, but even so, he's not that good a defender personally, and I feel like whoever he plays next to him, Jones is just Jones. It's just funny watching him play football. Alright. And then Bailly's got no confidence, because why would he, playing like how Mourinho's playing with the centre backs? Rojo's nowhere to be seen. McTominay's not a centre back, and Pogba's their best midfielder, and he was playing as a centre back against Newcastle, which was odd. But anyway, but yeah, I think we need to press their centre-backs. Whoever's playing up top, Giroud or Morata, they need to get on the centre-backs. They need to make sure they're pressing them. They need to make sure they're putting pressure on them, because they'll crack. You can look the way they're playing, they have no confidence at all. So I think definitely need to look out for there. And then I'd say in terms of who to look out for, I've mentioned it before, Pogba. He's, as I said, for me personally, I said this in a video a few days ago. I was in at 100% Chelsea. For me, he's the best midfielder in the world based on pure talent. On talent alone, Louis gave me a look there. On talent alone, nothing else, I'd say he's arguably the best midfielder in the world right now. There's other things, obviously. His attitude's not the best sometimes. Mentally, he's not quite there. I know Scholes and other pundits have said that he hasn't got it mentally. But I think you need to watch out for him. You saw what happened against Newcastle. Yes, he was playing as basically the middle centre-back, but he was getting forward and he was getting the passes out to like Martial and to Sanchez and to others that he was still doing what he did as a centre-back. So yeah, I think he's watch out for. In terms of everyone else, I would normally say Lukaku, but he seems to be oddly out of form, which I say oddly because he at least, from what I've seen in most seasons, he at least does it against smaller teams. It's the big teams, everyone says he can't do it against the big teams, but the smaller teams he seems to do it against, but he hasn't recently. And then I would have, before the Newcastle game, I would have said we wouldn't really need to watch out for anyone else, but I feel like Sanchez and Martial, even though haven't had the best of seasons, they're going to be high on confidence and high on energy and everything after their goals against Newcastle. So I'd say maybe keep an eye on them as well. But that's really it. I'd say United are an odd one. They're such a big team, but they haven't got anyone in particular apart from the likes of Pogba. You could really say, yeah, you need to watch them. They're not like Liverpool, who've got the front three, you need to stop them, or Salah. Not like City, De Bruyne or Aguero, you stop them. It's a bit of an odd one. But now in terms of, yeah, that's basically it. I'd say the only real thing left is a score prediction, and as I said towards the start, I'm fully confident. I expect us to win quite comfortably. Newcastle, as I said, they completely showed up United in the first half, and Newcastle can't defend at all. They are not at a level they need to be for the Premier League, and they made United look silly. So I fully think we'll have a comfortable win, and I see it being 3-1. I see them scoring, but I can see it maybe being in the last 10 minutes. Maybe we're dropping off them a bit and they get a goal in the last 10 minutes. But yeah, I'd say comfortable 3-1. And yeah, that's about it. Just say like and subscribe, please. It'd be much appreciated. And then anything you have to say, any sort of criticism, as long as it's positive or constructive, down in the comments as well. Anything you have to say, whether it's like if you have anything to say about the way, for example, I'm talking or anything else that might help me with these videos, I'd very much appreciate if you could put that in the comments. And yeah, I'll put all my social media links down in the description below. And as I said, like, subscribe, and I'm out.